Good day, everyone. I stand before you today with a message that can transform your life in a mere 30 days. Yes, just 30 days, 1 month can be the beginning of a new chapter for you. But there's one truth I must share with you. The key to transformation doesn't lie in grand gestures or overnight success. It lies in small, intentional actions taken consistently over time. Now, let me share with you 5 daily habits that have the potential to completely change the course of your life if you commit to them for the next 30 days. Are you ready? Let's begin. The Bible says, where there is no vision, the people perish if you do not know where you are going, that any road will get you there. The first step in transforming your life is to establish a clear, compelling vision of your future. This vision is your North Star. It guides you, gives you purpose, and drives your daily actions. When you wake up each morning, ask yourself, what is my vision? How can I move closer to it today? Take 5 minutes every morning to visualize the life you want to create. This simple practice will set the tone for your entire day. Consistency is the secret ingredient to success. I don't care how talented you are, how brilliant your ideas are, or how motivated you feel. If you are not consistent, nothing changes. This means committing to taking one small action each day toward your goal. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Just act. Over time, these small actions compound and they will produce results greater than you can imagine. Whether it's reading for 10 minutes, writing a paragraph, or practicing a skill, consistency will bring results. I know the word discipline might sound restrictive, but in reality, it is the source of your freedom. Discipline is not about control. It's about creating the structure in your life that allows you to be free to pursue your dreams. Discipline frees you from the distractions of life, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. Every day, set aside time for the things that move you toward your vision and create systems that hold you accountable. If you want freedom, you must first choose discipline. The mind is an incredible tool, but what are you doing with it? If you fill your mind with negativity, self-doubt, and fear, that's the energy you'll project into the world. But if you choose to fill your mind with positivity, gratitude, and possibility, you will see opportunities where others see obstacles. Start each day with a moment of gratitude, a reminder of the blessings in your life. Speak life over your circumstances, and soon you'll find that your mindset will change, and with it, the way you see the world. The most important habit of all is action. So many of us wait for the right moment to begin, but the truth is, the right moment is now. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. Every single day, take at least one step toward your goal. It doesn't matter how small. What matters is that you begin. Action creates momentum, and momentum will carry you through the tough times. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start today and trust that the steps will unfold as you go. 30 days from today, your life can look completely different, but only if you are willing to do the work. Commit to these 5 habits. Begin with vision, stay consistent, embrace discipline, cultivate a positive mindset, and take daily action and watch how your life transforms. You have the power within you to create the life you've always dreamed of. But that power is unlocked through the decisions you make today. Everything in life begins with a vision. A vision is a compass that guides your actions, decisions, and ultimately your life's purpose. Without it, you are like a ship adrift at sea, drifting aimlessly, unsure of your destination. The truth is, the future you desire is created first in your mind. If you cannot see it, you will not be able to achieve it. The power of vision lies in its ability to provide clarity. When you have a clear vision, you are no longer confused or uncertain about what you should be doing each day. Your vision becomes your blueprint, your map, helping you navigate through the distractions and obstacles life throws at you. It gives you direction and purpose, something to wake up to every morning with a sense of urgency and excitement. But vision isn't just about imagining a future that looks good. It's about understanding the deeper reason why you want it. What is it that drives you? What are you truly passionate about? You must ask yourself these questions. Your vision should reflect not only your aspirations, but your values, your beliefs, and your purpose. It should be bigger than you, motivating you to stretch beyond your comfort zone, to push past limitations, and to achieve things that will impact others. When you have a vision, you are no longer swayed by the temporary challenges and setbacks that life may bring. You have a clear picture of the end goal, and that picture gives you the strength to keep moving forward. The key is to make that vision specific, measurable, and rooted in reality. Don't just say, I want to be successful. Define what success means to you. Set clear milestones that will help you track your progress and adjust when needed. Take time every day to revisit your vision. Write it down, say it out loud, and picture yourself already living that vision. The more you do this, the more real it becomes. Your mind will begin to align with it, and your actions will follow. You must be deliberate in keeping that vision in front of you, and even when things get tough, remind yourself why you started. The great leaders and achievers throughout history all had one thing in common: they were guided by a vision that transcended the ordinary. It wasn't just about what they could accomplish for themselves, it was about the legacy they wanted to leave behind, the lives they wanted to impact, and the change they sought to bring to the world. You too have that power. You have the ability to create a vision for your life that is so compelling, so inspiring, that it pushes you to give your best every single day. So take the time to define your vision clearly. Let it shape the way you live and work, and let it propel you to heights you never thought possible. A vision is not just a dream, it's a guide, a foundation, and the first step toward transforming your life. Consistency is the secret ingredient that turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. It's easy to get excited about something new, to start with enthusiasm and energy. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is the ability to show up day after day, even when the excitement fades, even when the path gets tough, and even when the results are not immediately visible. The power of consistency lies in its ability to compound. What you do today might seem small or insignificant, but if you keep doing it day in and day out, it builds momentum. This is where the magic happens. Small efforts, repeated consistently over time, lead to massive change. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small, but as it continues, it gathers more and more snow, growing larger and stronger. The same is true for your habits. Every action you take, no matter how small, adds up and becomes a part of your bigger picture. Too often, people abandon their goals because they don't see immediate results. They try something for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, and when they don't see instant transformation, they quit. But the reality is, it's not about quick results. It's about consistency. True transformation happens over time, in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when you're doing the work even though you haven't yet seen the rewards. Consistency builds trust with yourself. It shows you that you can rely on your own ability to stay the course, even when the journey gets hard. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't plant a seed today and expect a fully grown tree tomorrow. It takes time. You water it, nurture it, and give it the right environment to grow. Over weeks, months, and even years, that tree grows strong. But it's only possible because of your consistent care and attention. The same principle applies to any area of your life. Whether it's your career, your health, or your relationships, consistent action is the water that helps those areas grow. The beauty of consistency is that it doesn't require a great deal of effort in one moment. It's about showing up day after day, making progress even when it feels like you're not getting very far. The key is to focus on the process, not the end result. When you commit to consistency, you stop worrying about instant gratification and start focusing on steady progress. And over time, that progress will pay off in ways you can't yet imagine. Consistency also builds resilience. When you stick to your habits long enough, you develop the mental toughness needed to face setbacks. Life is full of challenges, and there will be times when things don't go according to plan. But by cultivating consistency, you create a foundation that helps you push through the tough times. You learn not to quit when things get hard, because you've already seen the power of perseverance. So if you truly want to change your life, make consistency your ally. Understand that it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up each day, no matter how small the step, and staying committed to the process. Over time, you'll look back and realize that those small actions have led to the big transformation you've been striving for. Consistency is what makes success inevitable. Embracing personal responsibility is the cornerstone of any lasting change. It is the understanding that no matter the circumstances, you are the architect of your own life. It is the realization that you cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. Too often, people look for external factors to blame for their lack of progress, circumstances, other people, the economy, or luck. While these things may influence your situation, they do not determine your success. Your ability to take responsibility for your actions, thoughts, and choices is what gives you the power to create the life you desire. When you embrace personal responsibility, you stop being a passive observer of your life. You stop waiting for someone else to make things happen for you or for the right time to arrive. Instead, you understand that every decision, every moment, every choice is yours to make. This is empowering. It means that you are not dependent on the whims of life. You take control of your destiny, and that control begins with the understanding that your future is shaped by the actions you take today. Taking personal responsibility means acknowledging your mistakes and learning from them, rather than making excuses or blaming others. It's easy to point fingers when things go wrong, to blame circumstances or people for your struggles. But when you take responsibility, you recognize that your choices have led you to where you are, and that the power to change your situation lies within you. This doesn't mean being hard on yourself or feeling guilty. Instead, it's about recognizing that every experience, good or bad, is a lesson, and that you have the capacity to learn from those lessons and make better choices moving forward. In addition to acknowledging your mistakes, embracing personal responsibility also means taking ownership of your successes. Success is not a fluke, nor is it something that happens to lucky people. If you want to achieve greatness, you must own the effort it takes to get there. This means waking up every day with the understanding that what you put into your goals is what you will get out of them. You are responsible for your level of effort, your commitment, and your willingness to push through challenges. Success does not come to those who wait for it, it comes to those who make it happen. Taking responsibility also means setting boundaries and prioritizing what matters most. It means saying no to distractions and things that do not align with your goals and vision. This requires a certain level of discipline and self-awareness. Often, we let the demands of others or the busyness of life pull us in many different directions. But personal responsibility means that you must prioritize your goals and guard your time. You must understand that not everything is worthy of your attention, and that in order to achieve your dreams, you must focus on what will move you forward. When you take personal responsibility, you are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are not waiting for permission to succeed or for the ideal conditions to appear. You are actively shaping your life. This mindset is what fuels growth. It is the difference between staying stuck and moving forward. And when you embrace this responsibility, you create an unshakable foundation for yourself. You build resilience because no matter what happens, you know that the power to rise above challenges lies in your hands. By embracing personal responsibility, you not only change the way you approach your life, but you also become an example for others. People who take responsibility inspire those around them to do the same. They attract opportunities because they demonstrate reliability, accountability, and strength. In a world where it's easy to shift blame or make excuses, personal responsibility sets you apart. It elevates you, helps you grow, and allows you to live a life that is aligned with your purpose and vision. You are the creator of your own story, and by taking responsibility for that story, you unlock the power to write a future that is entirely your own. Discipline is often misunderstood as something restrictive, something that limits freedom. In reality, discipline is the very foundation of true freedom. It is not about control or suppression, but about creating the structure and habits that allow you to live the life you truly desire. When you discipline yourself, you are setting boundaries that protect your time, energy, and focus. You are giving yourself the ability to choose what matters most and to say no to distractions that can pull you off course. This is what true freedom looks like, having the power to live in alignment with your values, goals, and vision. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without discipline, you may have great ideas, high hopes, and big dreams, but without the consistent action that discipline demands, those dreams will remain just that, dreams. It's easy to get swept away by the tide of everyday life, to let the demands of others, the noise of the world, and the lure of instant gratification dictate choices. But discipline empowers you to rise above these influences. It helps you stay focused on your purpose and gives you the ability to keep moving forward, even when the path is not easy or clear. The freedom that discipline brings comes from the ability to direct your life instead of being ruled by external circumstances. When you make disciplined choices, you free yourself from the chaos of indecision and procrastination. You stop wasting time, energy, and resources on things that don't serve your vision. Every moment of discipline you practice creates a moment of freedom, a moment where you are in control, where you can pursue your goals with intention and clarity. Discipline also allows you to achieve mastery in any area of your life. Whether it's in your career, your health, or your relationships, the disciplined person is the one who achieves lasting success. Success doesn't come from bursts of effort or occasional inspiration. It comes from the daily, repeated actions of discipline that compound over time. It's the ability to show up consistently, to do what needs to be done, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. This is the freedom of knowing that you are in command of your actions and your future. Discipline teaches you self-control. In a world that encourages indulgence and instant gratification, discipline is the ability to delay short-term pleasures for long-term rewards. It's the strength to say no to temporary desires in order to pursue something greater. The disciplined person understands that true freedom comes not from doing whatever they feel like in the moment, but from having the power to choose the long-term benefits over immediate satisfaction. This kind of self-control leads to lasting fulfillment because it creates the space for you to focus on what truly matters. When you practice discipline, you are also investing in your own growth. Every time you commit to doing something that moves you closer to your goals, whether it's waking up early, sticking to a workout routine, or dedicating time to learning, you are shaping your future self. The habits you build today are the foundation for the person you will become. And in becoming that person, you experience the ultimate freedom, the freedom to live your life on your own terms, to have the energy and focus to pursue your passions, and to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. In essence, discipline is not about limiting yourself, it is about creating the space for freedom. The more disciplined you are in your choices and actions, the more freedom you will have to live a life of purpose, fulfillment, and impact. It is the key that unlocks your potential and gives you the power to create the life you were meant to live. When you understand that discipline is the path to freedom, you will no longer see it as a restriction, but as the greatest gift you can give yourself. A positive mindset is a powerful tool that shapes not only the way you see the world, but also the way the world responds to you. It is not about ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. A positive mindset is the ability to look at life's difficulties and see opportunities for growth. It's about training your mind to focus on what you can control and letting go of what you cannot. When you approach life with a positive mindset, you are not blinded by obstacles. Instead, you see them as stepping stones to greater things. The mind is a remarkable thing. It has the ability to create the reality you live in simply by the way you perceive it. How you think directly impacts how you feel, and how you feel influences your actions. If you constantly feed your mind with negative thoughts, doubt, fear, and uncertainty, that is what you will manifest in your life. However, when you shift your focus to positive thoughts, gratitude, and possibility, your actions will reflect that mindset, and the results you create will follow. Positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring reality, but it means choosing to focus on the positive aspects of life, even in the face of adversity. One of the most powerful benefits of a positive mindset is the ability to see opportunities where others see obstacles. When you approach challenges with a positive attitude, you look for solutions instead of dwelling on the problems. This proactive approach leads to growth because you are constantly finding ways to move forward, even when things are difficult. It is not the challenges themselves that define your success, but your ability to adapt, learn, and grow through them. A positive mindset gives you the resilience to keep going, even when the road is rough. Gratitude plays a major role in cultivating a positive mindset. When you consciously practice gratitude, you begin to shift your focus away from what you lack to what you already have. This simple yet profound shift changes your perspective on life. Instead of focusing on what's wrong or what you wish were different, you focus on the abundance and blessings that surround you. Gratitude amplifies positive emotions and creates a sense of fulfillment, making it easier to stay motivated and optimistic, no matter the circumstances. A positive mindset also enhances your relationships. When you project positivity, people are naturally drawn to you. Your energy becomes magnetic, and you attract others who are also positive and supportive. This creates a circle of encouragement and inspiration. The more you surround yourself with positive people, the more you'll reinforce your own mindset. Furthermore, a positive attitude can transform even the most challenging relationships. When you approach conflicts with understanding, patience, and a willingness to find solutions, you create an environment where growth and harmony are possible. Your mindset affects not only your external world, but also your internal world. The way you think about yourself, your worth, your capabilities, your potential has a profound impact on your self-esteem and confidence. A positive mindset allows you to see your strengths rather than focusing on your weaknesses. It encourages self-compassion, which is essential for personal growth. The more you believe in your abilities, the more likely you are to take action, take risks, and step outside your comfort zone. You begin to see yourself as someone capable of achieving greatness, and that belief drives you forward. A positive mindset increases your overall well-being. Studies have shown that people with a positive outlook tend to be healthier, more successful, and more satisfied with their lives. Positive thinking reduces stress, boosts immune function, and even promotes longevity. When you adopt a positive mindset, Your brain releases chemicals that enhance your mood, increase your energy, and improve your mental and physical health. This creates a cycle of positivity. Your positive thoughts lead to positive actions, and those actions lead to more positive experiences, creating a life that is fulfilling and vibrant. But in developing and maintaining a positive mindset takes practice, especially in a world filled with distractions and challenges. But it is one of the most powerful tools you can cultivate. Every day you have the opportunity to choose how you will think about the world and how you will respond to it. The choice to see the good, to focus on solutions, and to believe in your ability to create positive change is a choice that will transform your life. A positive mindset doesn't eliminate difficulties, but it empowers you to face them with strength, hope, and an unwavering belief that you have what it takes to overcome anything that comes your way. Procrastination is a silent killer of dreams, robbing us of time, potential, and progress. It's the thief that steals the future we could have had by convincing us that there's always another moment, another day to begin. But the truth is, there is no perfect time to start. The longer you wait, the more time you waste, and the further away your goals become. The key to overcoming procrastination is to take action, no matter how small right now. Action is the antidote to delay. It is the decision to move forward, even when the conditions are not ideal, even when the fear or uncertainty lingers. Procrastination often arises from a fear of failure, perfectionism, or overwhelm. We delay starting a task because it seems too big, too complex, or too daunting. The longer we delay, the bigger and more intimidating the task appears. But action works in reverse. When you break down a large task into smaller, manageable steps, it becomes less overwhelming. Taking that first step, however small, is the most important thing you can do. It creates momentum. Once you've started, the task no longer feels as impossible. Action builds confidence, and that confidence pushes you to take the next step and the next. One of the most powerful ways to beat procrastination is to shift your focus from the outcome to the process. Often we get so caught up in the result that we freeze before we even begin. We fear that our work won't be perfect, that we will fail, or that it won't be good enough. But taking action is about focusing on the process, on doing what you can right now with what you have. You don't need to see the entire staircase, you just need to take the first step. When you focus on the action itself, you stop worrying about the outcome, and the pressure to be perfect starts to fade away. The habit of action can be cultivated by setting clear and specific goals. When you know exactly what you want to achieve and break it down into actionable steps, you make it easier to take that first step. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the big picture, you focus on the small tasks that will lead you to your ultimate goal. Each action you take, no matter how small, gets you one step closer to your vision. By consistently taking action, you build momentum, and that momentum becomes its own force, propelling you forward and making the process of achieving your goals easier and more natural. Another powerful strategy is to set a deadline for yourself. Procrastination thrives in the absence of deadlines because it allows you to put things off indefinitely. But when you commit to a specific time frame, you force yourself to take action. A deadline provides a sense of urgency, which can be a powerful motivator. It removes the luxury of waiting and forces you to act. Even if the deadline is self-imposed, the sense of accountability it creates helps push you into action. You realize that time is not unlimited, and that the best way to honor your goals is to start now. One of the keys to overcoming procrastination is understanding that perfection is not the goal, progress is. The first steps you take may not be perfect, and that's okay. You may encounter setbacks, make mistakes, or not have everything figured out, but the most important thing is to keep moving forward. Action, even imperfect action, is far more valuable than inaction. It is through doing that you learn, improve, and grow. Waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan only keeps you stuck. The reality is you'll never have all the answers up front, but by acting, you learn what works and what doesn't, and you adjust as you go. Taking action also builds discipline. The more you practice taking action, the easier it becomes. It starts with small decisions, getting out of bed at the right time, completing a task, setting aside distractions, but over time, these small actions compound into bigger ones. Action builds the muscle of discipline. The more you do it, the more you condition yourself to act rather than delay. Over time, taking action becomes a habit, and procrastination loses its grip on you. Another important point is that action is not just about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Taking action means focusing on the tasks that will lead you to your goals. It's easy to get caught up in busy work, in tasks that keep you occupied, but don't actually move you closer to your objectives. To overcome procrastination, you must be intentional with your actions. Ask yourself, is this moving me closer to where I want to go? If the answer is no, let it go. Prioritize what truly matters and take deliberate action toward those tasks. At the heart of beating procrastination is the understanding that success is not determined by one grand effort, but by the series of small, consistent actions that you take each day. Each action builds on the last, and over time, the cumulative effect of those actions leads to the results you want. The most successful people are not the ones who wait for the perfect moment or for the stars to align. They are the ones who take action, who start before they feel ready, who move forward in spite of fear, who understand that progress is made through consistent effort, not procrastination. Taking action is the only way to turn your dreams into reality. Action is the key that unlocks potential and pushes you past your doubts, fears, and excuses. It's easy to put things off, but nothing will change if you don't act. If you want to make progress, you must commit to taking the first step, and then the next, and then the next. Action, not procrastination, is what creates momentum, transforms intentions into accomplishments, and ultimately shapes the future you want to create. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your growth, your mindset, and your success. We often underestimate the power of our environment, but the truth is that the energy, attitude, and behavior of those around us shape who we are and who we become. If you want to grow, whether personally, professionally, or spiritually, you must surround yourself with individuals who challenge you, inspire you, and support your development. Growth doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in connection with others through collaboration, through learning, and through shared experiences. When you surround yourself with people who are committed to growth, you are constantly exposed to new ideas, perspectives, and possibilities. These individuals push you to think bigger, to stretch beyond your comfort zone, and to aim higher. They challenge you in ways that help you see your own potential and help you break through the limitations you may have placed on yourself. Growth is often uncomfortable, and having people around you who are also striving to grow makes the process easier. They hold you accountable and encourage you to keep going, even when the road is tough. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people who are stagnant, negative, or complacent, it's easy to get stuck in that same mindset. Negativity and complacency are contagious, and if you spend too much time with people who are not striving to grow, it becomes harder to move forward yourself. You may find yourself making excuses, procrastinating, or even doubting your abilities because of the energy and attitudes of those around you. This doesn't mean that you should avoid people who are struggling or who don't share the same vision, but it does mean you need to be intentional about who you allow to influence your life and your mindset. The people you surround yourself with should be those who inspire you to reach your potential. These individuals encourage you, but they also hold you accountable. They believe in your vision and are willing to give you constructive feedback to help you improve. They don't simply tell you what you want to hear, they push you to be better. Whether it's a mentor, a peer, or someone who shares similar goals, having a circle of people who are committed to growth creates an environment where you are constantly challenged and motivated to improve. In addition to individuals who inspire and challenge you, it's important to seek out those who have complementary skills, knowledge, and perspectives. Surrounding yourself with people who have strengths that complement yours enriches the opportunities for learning and collaboration. No one person has all the answers, and when you connect with people who bring different strengths to the table, you can learn from one another and grow together. It's through these collaborative efforts that innovation happens and new solutions to challenges are born. It's also important to surround yourself with people who encourage a growth mindset, which is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. A growth mindset leads to resilience because it helps you view challenges and failures as opportunities to learn and improve, rather than as obstacles to your success. When you are around people who embrace a growth mindset, you begin to internalize that belief. You stop seeing failures as permanent and start seeing them as part of the learning process. A growth-oriented environment fosters an attitude of perseverance and curiosity, where you are constantly looking for ways to improve and evolve. The process of surrounding yourself with growth isn't just about who you spend time with, it's also about what you expose yourself to. The books you read, the content you consume, and the experiences you seek also play a role in your growth. If you want to expand your mind and push yourself toward growth, you must be intentional about what you allow to shape your thinking. Seek out resources that inspire you, challenge your assumptions, and open you up to new ideas. Whether it's reading a book, attending a seminar, or engaging in discussions with people who have different perspectives, continually feeding your mind with growth-centered content is just as important as the people you surround yourself with. In addition to the people and resources that support your growth, it's essential to create an environment that encourages learning and development. This could mean organizing your workspace, developing a daily routine that nurtures your physical and mental well-being, or choosing to spend your time in places that inspire creativity and motivation. Your environment should reflect your commitment to growth, serving as a constant reminder that you are on a journey of improvement. As you build your circle of growth, it's important to remember that you are not only receiving but also contributing. True growth happens when you give as much as you receive. Be someone who adds value to others, whether by offering support, sharing knowledge, or encouraging them on their own journey. When you surround yourself with growth, you should also be willing to help others grow in return. This creates a positive feedback loop where everyone is lifting each other up and pushing each other to reach their full potential. Surrounding yourself with growth creates an ecosystem that nurtures your development. The energy of growth becomes infectious. The more you surround yourself with people who are striving to become better, the more motivated and inspired you will become to do the same. By building a network of growth-oriented individuals, embracing new ideas, and maintaining a commitment to continuous learning, you set yourself on a path of constant improvement and limitless potential. Growth is a collective effort, and the right environment accelerates your progress, helping you become the best version of yourself. Living with purpose means waking up every day with a clear sense of direction and meaning. It's understanding that each moment counts and that every action you take has the potential to move you closer to your goals, your values, and the impact you want to make in the world. When you live with purpose, you are no longer drifting through life. You are intentional with your time, energy, and decisions because you know what you stand for and what you are working towards. Purpose is not something you find externally. It's something you cultivate within yourself. It's a deep understanding of what drives you, what excites you, and what fulfills you. Too often, people live without a clear purpose. They get caught up in the daily grind, reacting to circumstances rather than proactively creating a life that aligns with their values and passions. They chase things that are not meaningful like status, wealth, or approval because they haven't taken the time to explore what truly matters to them. The result is a life that feels disconnected, unfulfilled, and driven by external expectations rather than internal desires. But when you live with purpose, you break free from this cycle. You make choices based on what aligns with your deeper values, not on what society or others think you should pursue. Purpose brings clarity to your life. It's the filter through which you assess your priorities, your actions, and your relationships. It helps you cut through distractions and focus on what truly moves you forward. Living with purpose doesn't mean that you won't face obstacles or challenges. In fact, having a strong sense of purpose makes it easier to navigate life's difficulties. When you know why you're doing something, when you have a clear vision of the outcome, setbacks become part of the journey rather than reasons to give up. Purpose provides resilience, because it's rooted in something deeper than just a goal or a desire. It's connected to your core beliefs, to your sense of identity and contribution. This makes it a powerful force that keeps you going even when things get tough. It's purpose that helps you get back up when you fall and keeps you moving forward despite the odds. A key aspect of living with purpose is understanding that it's a process, not a destination. Many people think they need to have their entire life figured out in one moment, that they need to know exactly what their purpose is from the very beginning. But purpose is something that evolves. As you grow, your understanding of your purpose may shift, deepen, or change. That's okay. Living with purpose is about staying open to the journey and being willing to adjust along the way. It's about taking the time to reflect on your life regularly and asking yourself important questions. Am I on the right path? Does this align with who I want to become? Am I making the impact I want to make? These questions help you stay connected to your purpose and ensure that your actions are always aligned with your true desires. Living with purpose also means making intentional choices that honor your values. When you know what's important to you, you are better equipped to make decisions that reflect those values. You don't waste time or energy on things that don't serve you, and you don't allow distractions to pull you off course. Instead, you make decisions based on what will bring you closer to your goals and your vision for the future. This intentionality in decision-making is what helps you build a life of fulfillment and alignment. Every action, every choice, every moment becomes an opportunity to reinforce your purpose and make progress towards your ultimate vision. The purpose also gives you a sense of direction. Without purpose, it's easy to feel lost or aimless, to go through life without a clear sense of where you're heading. But when you have purpose, it serves as a compass, guiding you even in uncertain times. It helps you prioritize, focus your energy, and stay motivated because you always know the why behind what you're doing. This clarity is essential for achieving success and fulfillment. It's the driving force behind consistent effort, resilience, and commitment. Living with purpose also leads to a sense of fulfillment. There's a deep sense of satisfaction that comes from knowing that what you are doing is meaningful, that your efforts are aligned with your values, and that you are contributing to something greater than yourself. This fulfillment comes not from external rewards or recognition, but from the internal sense of peace that comes with knowing you are living authentically and intentionally. It's the fulfillment that comes from doing work that matters, from nurturing relationships that are aligned with your purpose, and from contributing to the well-being of others in a way that aligns with your values. Purpose is also contagious. When you live with purpose, you inspire others to do the same. Your commitment to your vision and your passion for what you do becomes a model for those around you. It motivates them to discover their own purpose and to take action towards it. Living with purpose doesn't just change your life, it has the potential to positively impact everyone you come into contact with. Your purpose becomes a ripple effect, touching the lives of others and encouraging them to live intentionally and with meaning. The most important thing to remember about living with purpose is that it starts with you. It's a decision that you make to take ownership of your life and create a vision that excites you. Purpose isn't something that happens by accident, it's something that you actively pursue. It's a process of self-discovery, reflection, and action. It's the courage to be true to yourself, to follow your passion, and to live in alignment with your deepest values. When you live with purpose, you are no longer merely existing, you are thriving, making a difference, and leaving a lasting legacy. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Far too often we view failure as a negative experience, a reflection of our inadequacies or shortcomings. But in reality, failure is one of the most powerful teachers you can have. It is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey to success. Every person who has achieved greatness has encountered failure along the way. It's not the failure that defines you, it's how you respond to it. If you allow failure to be a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, it can propel you forward in ways that success alone cannot. When you experience failure, you are given the opportunity to learn in ways that success cannot provide. Success can be affirming and validating, but it doesn't always teach you the lessons you need to grow. Failure, on the other hand, reveals what needs to be improved, what wasn't working, and what needs to be changed. It forces you to look closely at your decisions, your strategies, and your mindset. It forces you to ask yourself what went wrong. What could I have done differently? What did I learn from this experience? These are the types of questions that lead to growth. The key is not to let failure stop you, but to allow it to fuel you. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insight that you can apply to your next attempt. Instead of viewing failure as a setback, view it as feedback. It's the universe's way of telling you that something needs to change, or that you are being pushed to go deeper, work harder, or think more creatively. Failure doesn't diminish your potential, it enhances it. It teaches you resilience, patience, and adaptability, qualities that are essential for long-term success. Often we are afraid to fail because we fear judgment or rejection. Society has taught us to avoid failure at all costs, but this mindset only limits us. If you are not willing to fail, you are also not willing to take risks. And without risks, there is no real growth. To be successful, you must be willing to step into the unknown, to make mistakes and to learn from them. Every great achievement in history was preceded by numerous failures, and those who achieved greatness were not those who avoided failure, but those who were willing to learn from it and keep going. Failure also gives you the opportunity to develop resilience. Every time you get knocked down and choose to rise again, you become stronger. Failure forces you to build mental toughness and determination. It teaches you how to handle disappointment and discouragement without giving up on your dreams. Resilience is not something that comes from success. It is born from overcoming adversity. Each failure is a chance to grow stronger, to develop a mindset that is unshakable in the face of challenges. Another powerful lesson that failure teaches is humility. When you fail, you are reminded that you don't have all the answers, that you are human, and that success is not guaranteed. This humility fosters a willingness to learn from others, to accept feedback, and to continue to improve. It teaches you the value of perseverance, patience, and continuous learning. In the face of failure, you are reminded that the journey is just as important as the destination and that growth often happens in the most difficult moments. Failure helps you redefine your relationship with fear. Many people avoid failure because they are afraid of what it might mean about them or their abilities. But when you shift your mindset and view failure as a natural part of the growth process, you begin to see fear for what it truly is, an obstacle to progress. When you no longer fear failure, you can take bold actions without being paralyzed by doubt. You can try new things, experiment, and take risks because you know that failure is not the end, it is simply a lesson on the path to success. One of the most valuable aspects of failure is that it teaches you persistence. It is easy to keep going when everything is going well, but it is in moments of failure that your true character is revealed. It is when things aren't going according to plan that you have the chance to show your commitment, your determination, and your will to succeed. Persistence is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up along the way. The most successful people are often not the ones who succeed on their first try, but those who keep trying, learning, and adapting until they get it right. Failure helps you refine your vision. Sometimes you don't know what's truly important to you until you fail at something. Failure forces you to examine your goals, your values, and your approach. It helps you clarify what you want and what you're willing to do to achieve it. In the process, you may discover that your goals have changed or evolved. You may find that you are passionate about something new or that your previous approach wasn't aligned with your true desires. Failure, in this sense, helps you get clear on what you really want and gives you the opportunity to adjust your course. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or your potential. It's a reflection of your willingness to step out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself. It's the proof that you are taking risks, trying new things, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The most successful people in the world aren't those who have never failed, but those who have learned to fail forward, to take every failure as an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. If you can shift your mindset to embrace failure as a teacher rather than a hindrance, you will unlock the full power of your potential. The only true failure is not learning from your mistakes and not continuing to move forward with the knowledge you've gained. Failure is not the end of the road, it is part of the journey towards success. The law of incremental change is rooted in the idea that significant transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the belief that small, consistent improvements over time lead to substantial and lasting results. Change, in its most powerful form, happens in increments. It's not always about making drastic, sweeping changes all at once, but rather about committing to continuous, small steps in the right direction. Every small action you take, no matter how seemingly insignificant, compounds over time and contributes to a greater transformation. Often people look at the success of others and believe that great achievements are the result of some magical breakthrough or one big decision. While breakthroughs do happen, they are usually the result of consistent effort, small changes, and continuous learning. Big changes may seem impressive, but they are usually built upon the foundation of small, incremental steps taken over time. What seems like an overnight success is often the result of months or years of gradual improvement. One of the most important things to understand about incremental change is that it allows for sustainability. When we try to make drastic changes too quickly, we often burn out or become overwhelmed. It's difficult to maintain extreme efforts for long periods of time. But when you make small changes and integrate them into your routine, they become habits, and habits are far easier to sustain. Incremental change allows for gradual adaptation. It enables you to build momentum without overwhelming yourself, and over time, this momentum leads to significant growth. Incremental change is less intimidating than the idea of making a complete overhaul of your life or your habits. When you break down a big goal into smaller, manageable pieces, it doesn't feel as daunting. Instead of focusing on the enormity of a task, you focus on one step at a time. This makes the process of change feel more achievable and gives you a sense of accomplishment with every small win. With each small step forward, you build confidence in your ability to succeed and in your capacity for growth. The law of incremental change also allows for learning and improvement along the way. When you make small adjustments, you give yourself the space to assess what's working and what's not. This continuous process of feedback allows you to refine your approach as you go. You don't need to have everything figured out from the start. As long as you're making progress, you are moving in the right direction. With each small change, you are learning what strategies work best for you. And that learning informs your next steps. This process of trial and error, along with incremental improvement, accelerates your growth and leads to long-term success. Another powerful aspect of incremental change is that it reduces the fear of failure. When you aim for small improvements rather than a dramatic shift, the stakes feel lower. There is less pressure to get everything perfect right away, and you give yourself permission to make mistakes and course correct as you go. Failure becomes a natural part of the process, not something to fear. Because the changes are incremental, you can learn from your failures, make adjustments, and keep moving forward. With each small setback, you become more resilient and better equipped to continue making progress. This principle is not only applicable to personal growth, but to any area of life. In business, for instance, incremental changes in processes or strategies can lead to major improvements in efficiency, productivity, and innovation. In relationships, small acts of kindness, attention, and care, when practiced consistently, build stronger, more meaningful connections over time. In health, small daily habits like eating a little healthier, moving more, and getting enough rest accumulate into significant improvements in physical and mental well-being. In the same way that a river wears down rock with constant incremental pressure, you can achieve profound results by consistently taking small actions. The power of this law lies in its simplicity. It's not about big dramatic actions, it's about the discipline to make small improvements every day, even when the results aren't immediately obvious. Over time, these small actions add up to extraordinary results. The law of incremental change teaches you that transformation isn't a sudden event, it's a gradual unfolding, where each small step you take builds upon the last. One of the greatest advantages of incremental change is that it fosters patience and perseverance. When you commit to the process of small, continuous improvement, you learn to trust that the results will come. You stop expecting instant gratification and start valuing the journey itself. You understand that growth takes time and that success is built one small step at a time. This mindset is liberating because it allows you to focus on what you can control, your daily actions, without worrying about immediate results. The law of incremental change is about consistency, patience, and the belief that small actions done consistently over time have the power to lead to extraordinary transformation. It encourages you to focus on progress rather than perfection, and to understand that every small step forward is a victory in itself. When you embrace incremental change, you stop trying to do everything at once and instead focus on creating lasting change that is sustainable and meaningful. The power of this law is that it's not about quick fixes or short-term results, but about building a foundation of steady, consistent growth that will eventually lead to massive, lasting change. It's the small, everyday decisions that shape the future, and when you trust in this process, you open yourself up to unlimited possibilities. Remember that the journey of transformation is not defined by giant leaps, but by the consistent steps we take each day. Small changes, when compounded over time, create the momentum necessary for remarkable growth and lasting success. The law of incremental change teaches us that transformation is a process built on patience, resilience, and the unwavering belief that every small action brings us closer to our greater vision. You don't need to change everything at once. Start small, remain consistent, and trust that every step, no matter how minor it seems in the moment, is part of the foundation for your success. Embrace the power of small, deliberate actions, and you will discover that the impossible becomes possible through the quiet strength of incremental progress. The path to greatness is not a sprint, it's a steady, deliberate walk, taken one small step at a time. Keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps may seem, because each one brings you closer to the person you are meant to be.